All right. Y'all can't hear me out there, right? Yeah, right, right. We good? Sure hope so. Hey, man. Ah, let's talk about it real quick because it's not really about hip hop, but let's talk about it. But hey, before we do that, made in the 1980s. That's the name of the podcast. And audio goes live on Friday and video goes live on Saturday morning. Make sure you are tuned in. I greatly appreciate it. This week, we're talking about fallen childhood heroes and the topic of conversation, Hulk Hogan. You might want to tune in, get a get a black wrestling fan perspective on it. Okay. It might enlighten you as well as be entertaining, you know. Don't forget the Create-a-thon is underway. And a shout to everybody that's been participating in the promotion, the likes, the shares. Um, I'm officially at 220. So we 30 away from giving away that first prize. So please let somebody know because look, until we hit the marks, ain't nobody getting nothing. All right. But at the same time, I want you to be able to engage with the platform and help grow the platform so you can be rewarded for your effort, which is just supporting me in whatever way you choose to support. Right now, it's just by your viewership and your subscription, which is extremely greatly appreciated. And it won't stop here, but we got to start somewhere, right? Um, No, I see something on top of the chart. So no chart today. But just know we had 220 up from 215 the other day when I first posted the chart and I showed you the chart, which is awesome. I appreciate y'all for that. But let's get to the unfortunate just things at hand, man. You know, the more this thing goes, this thing being Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, the more this becomes a thing meaning not like us being a diss track that has turned into a hit record that is called such a stir. The more just energy that goes to this song, the more energy that goes to stopping the song and possibly whether it is creating a narrative, trying to destroy a narrative, or whatever narrative is in place. What's happening here is that Kendrick Lamar is not like us. Is starting to easily become the greatest diss track of all time. And it's not about being prisoner of the moment. I did not have it there after the first time I heard it. I did not have it there over the summer of 2024. It was not there. It wasn't. I'm thinking it's just a very clever chess move. Meet the Grams and Not Like Us, stepping on Family Matters, which is a great track, by the way. I didn't see this coming. Now Drake has some explaining to do. He has some explaining to do because in my mind, and I could be wrong, but I don't think anybody definitely heard Not Like Us and just wanted to run with the notion that Drake was a PDF file. I don't think anybody was really running that far with this. I don't think it's as bad as he would love for it to seem. Like at this point, Drake has to show us the money he's lost. He has to show us the deals that are off the table because now, the lawsuit was too far, right? It was way too far. Because this ain't even hip hop. in any form anymore. You know, um, this is this is war now, but war with who though? War with who? Who is the smoke truly for as we are in 2025 now? After the fame of Not Like Us, and it has died down. It still may be one of the top rap records in the world right now. I could see that still being a thing. But, you know, the song, it had its run, great year for it, great summer for it. GNX is out. Kendrick has moved on, has a whole other project out. Spider and Irish freestyle, which you know what? I listened to it a few times and I was just like, it didn't really. I'm like, if this is for Kendrick, he got to come way harder than that, right? That was what I said on this live. If that was for Kendrick, he gotta step it up. And I did say I feel it's like a little smoke for Cole in there, but with now the recent revelations that have now um taken place here, apparently, excuse me, apparently the Fighting Irish freestyle was for LeBron James. And I guess after you listen to it with that name in mind, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. You know why I never went there in my mind? Because LeBron don't rap. Well, I mean, he do. Y'all remember 4 Bars Friday? Y'all remember that? But, like LeBron ain't like Damian Lillard. Like, you got a real problem with LeBron. You don't write a verse. You should be able to call him before or after practice or a game. It didn't seem like this was the real route to go. It just didn't seem that way. And I'll tell you what, I am I'm disappointed it's going this route because earlier, I guess it was today, I've been at work. I've been working. So got this in the chat. Shout out to my man Jones. He was like, yo, so Drake and DJ Academics on they D'Angelo Russell. I was like, what? What do you mean? And then he shows me this clip, Act on his live, talking about how he's talked to the Canadian whores, and he has on good information that Drake and LeBron have been running two mans on white Canadian whores. First of all, letting us know that you talk to the whores in Canada is wild. Like, why are you even doing that? Why are we talking to whores? Why do you want to tell us you're talking to whores? Why? I just would like context as to why. So that's the first thing that's wild. This is wild work. Second piece is, why are you trying to acquire this type of information for somebody that you shouldn't have a problem with? See, this is why women are calling men weird and weirdos, and like, this is weirdo behavior because, look, at the end of the day, man, this is all because Not Like Us was a successful diss track. We can't deny it anymore. I've been trying to shoot plenty of bail. I'm not even going to front. I've been trying to shoot a lot of bail, and I'm obviously wrong. I'm obviously wrong because how do we get to the point where, one, you're suing the label that you're signed to, the label that you have affiliation with, right? That's one thing for the success of the record. Now you got your internet mans ratting on your celebrity billion-dollar athlete mans in an effort to, I don't even know, what is the effort? Because what does Drake win by letting us know this? Like what does he win? Yeah, I'm I'm lost. Please hit the comments if you know what Drake wins from this. I have no clue. And Ak is going crazy on his stream, and he was like, "Yo, you should be the last person dancing and crip walking to a song that's calling me a pedophile." And it's like, I get it, right? Because your homie's supposed to be your homies. You can't be dancing to songs about me, but why isn't it the motivation to just come back just harder? Pause. Like why isn't the motivation? Let me get in the booth. Let me make one of my hits. Because like Drake is not inept of making hit records. He's been doing it for what, 16 years. Drake knows how to make a hit record. Why don't he just go make a hit record? He's made tons of records bigger than Kendrick Lamar records. Why does he not want to do that now? And why does he want to ruin LeBron's life and marriage? Why? Starting to believe a lot of things that Pusha T and Joe Budden have kind of said about the way Drake moves and how his thing is kind of like breaking up happy homes for one reason or another. He's not for the relationship bliss. And with that said, I think, well, shouldn't Steph Curry be worried? But we'll table that. We don't have to deal with any of that. We don't have to do that. This is super nasty work. This is the nasty of the year. It goes to Ak and Drake because dog, it's 2025. We're approaching MLK Day. You lost a rap battle and you went from suing to now trying to ruin your friend's life. Like, be clear, Drake and LeBron are supposed to be friends. Supposed to be. And it's very sad that Drake would let a rap record get between him and one of his friends, I guess, or close friends. I don't know. I don't know. What we've learned the last year and some change, maybe even 2 years and some change, is that everybody is not friends and everybody's not your friend. My mom taught me that years ago, 30 years ago, probably. Everybody's not your friend. She used to tell me that all the time. And boy, is that playing out here in the public eye amongst all of these multi-million dollar, billion dollar net worth celebrities, and athletes, and entertainers, and what have you. This is gross though. This is gross. Look, to get on live, hey, look, and I'm not here for the the Derek Jackson part of this. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to mansplain or do girl math. I'm not here to do none of that. All right. Whatever they got going on in their crib is their business. This is not a relationship live stream. I am not my dude with the beard that be giving out the game on the clips about men or women relationships. That ain't me. I'm here to talk music. I'm trying to keep this as music as possible. And what I am trying to figure out for myself is why, in the attempt for Drake to make music, why is he now switched his target and now decided that he's going to try to ruin LeBron James' marriage and potentially his life? Why? There is no feasible gain to me for that. Now granted, there's a lot of things on LeBron's side. You know, fortunately for him, all the women that once loved Drake, kind of indifferent now. I don't think it's hate, but I do think it's indifferent because even women are like, "Oh, you suing? You can't you can't come back with nothing better than Heart Part 6. Like, you can't." Um, and then, with academics being the messenger, I, look, nobody's loved or hated by everybody, but academics is not in the greatest of favor amongst the black delegation when it comes to news and information. He's just not, you know. Um, some people absolutely despise the young man. I don't want to take it that far. I see the brilliance on what he's done and what he's doing, not the situation, but just how he's built his brand, and it makes sense to me. But it's not necessarily something that I would do personally. I don't want to engage in that kind of content and that kind of conversation. I wouldn't want the the nastiness to be on my name in certain situations like what he got going on. But hey, to each their own. And hey, and look, he's managed to be successful, whether we like it or not. He's managed to be successful, and that's truly what matters at the end of the day. No matter how you slice the pie, because he's still gonna eat. You dig? But you know, from a music perspective, I'm mad that. No, I'm not mad. Not mad. Mad is a strong word. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed for as great of a rapper as I think Drake can be and is. That Fighting Irish freestyle came out, and I was like, okay, he talking a little something, but he really didn't have the firepower behind it. And to know that the majority of it is for LeBron and how he wants to or how he could expose him and tell it's just nasty work, bro. Like why? Because he showed up to the pop out show, bro. That's why. Like if it's that real, have a conversation and still on dude when you see him in person. Go to the Lakers game and put your hands on him. More. Make sure when the Lakers play Toronto that you put your hands on dude if it's that serious. This ain't the route though, man. This is gross. This is gross. And then, they're using all the clever, you know, innuendo, rumor, buzzwords like, yeah, you know, and it's all white women. And it's like, oh, okay, so I know what you're doing. You're playing the black love card. You're playing the you know, star athletes want white women. You're playing the, you're the perfect guy, but you're doing dirt. Like everything they're using, they really unload the clip. If this was Spades, they think they got 11 books. They're trying to run a Boston right now. So it was just, and I was just like, ah, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, listen, not that I have any vested interest in either relationship, but I really do hope that um the James family deals with this accordingly. I think that there is a valuable lesson to be learned in all of this. And, not for nothing, I think whether he's right or wrong, whether the information is real or fake, fact or fiction, Drake, perception wise, will not recover from this. I think he could have recovered from Not Like Us because at the end of the day, it's a rap song. It's a rap song. It may be about you, it's a rap song. Again, terrible things have been said about rappers for years, and they have gone on to have successful careers. Look at all the things said about Game, just from '04 to '07. Look at what Ice Cube and Suge Knight and just everybody that's ever and Uncle Luke. Look what all of them said about Dr. Dre. You know, um, Look at the things that, Hove said about Prodigy and Nas and vice versa. Like, it don't have to be the end of you. It don't. Rap, beef, battle, records, it does not have to be the end of you. You just got to keep coming with the slaps. You just got to keep the essence of being an MC, the essence of being a great rap artist. You got to keep it going. I know that people really, you know, they look at the 50 Cent Ja Rule thing, which was kind of an anomaly in itself, right? Excuse me. People look at that and say, "Oh, I don't want to get into a battle because that might end my career." And I think we don't really look at Ja Rule's career in the right way post that beef because hey, listen, not for nothing. Hey, look, blood in my eye, whether you bought it or not, it went gold. Two big records got well, I shouldn't say two big records, but Crown was a record that they were pushing, and Clapback obviously was a record being pushed. And then I mean, outside of the Murder Inc. like trial with the feds, you know, I think Ja Rule's run was just coming to an end. I think in general. Now, granted, 50 did help usher it along, but hey, look, present day, even with just all the negative press, Ja Rule still finds his way to get to a book show and it be packed. Some cities sold out. The catalog is the catalog. And yeah, it's been difficult, unfortunately. John Irv, they don't look the greatest in the light as far as, like hip hop royalty and allure is concerned. Um, but that's your one instance. That's one. Tell me the other instance where rapper A loses battle to rapper B and they're never able to recover, have a career that means something, stop making hit records. 50 and Ja Rule is, I think, your only one. And that's because it was more personal than anything. Like, Curtis really hates Jeffrey and Irving. That's, again, that ain't hip hop. That ain't rap music when it gets to a certain level with those guys. Look, hey, the 50 Cent Rick Ross. Now, granted, look, Rick Ross, he never lived up to what he said on, I think it was either Power 92 in Chicago or GCI. When he said, "What's the difference between Get Rich or Die trying selling 10 million albums and 10 of my albums selling 1 million?" Well, he never got to that. He never had 10 albums that sold 1 million each. So the world will never know. Well, the difference is actually the difference is that you just didn't complete the mission. Like that's what it is. But look what Rick Ross is going on to do, you know, in spite of that. And look what 50 Cent has done. Hey, look, let y'all tell it. Rick Ross was making better music than 50 Cent, especially as we were going into the 2010s. And he survived. He was the guy that survived. So, and all of that. And for what? Now, again, still hard to get a plaque over there. Still hard to get a he like we're not booking Rick Ross for arenas. I'm sorry. So when I think about that, yeah, I just circle back and I'm just like, why is Drake doing this? Like, why? It's it's one of these situations where you're obviously going to alienate a big part of hip hop, but a move like this on a person like LeBron, again, I think whether it's real or fake, fact or fiction, true or false, I think pulling a move like this on LeBron firmly gets Drake up out of here, potentially for good. Like, he must not plan on doing any rap records ever again, because I don't see this era, this society that we live in right now, where we've we've lived through Lemonade versus 444. We've lived through T.I. and Tiny, um, and every possible instance, Together and Separate, and the Mayweather thing and all of that, right? We've we've seen so many black couples go through the public turmoil, then come back together. But we've never seen a situation where you got a rapper who's trying to rebound from the L using a prominent voice in the in content today to help assist in basically like slandering and trying to destroy one of our top athletes ever, one of our top black athletes ever. We've never seen that. And that can't go well. That cannot go well. It is it's got me wondering what is Drake's motive and mode and movement behind this. It can't be because, oh, we were friends. I thought we were cool. It can't be that, bro. These Everybody in their late 30s and 40s, bro. Ain't no way we're doing this under the act of, oh, I thought we were friends. Yo, ain't no way. Ain't no way, dog. Like, it's got to be more to it, is all I'm saying. It's got to be more to it. And part of me wants to know, but part of me don't. I keep it real. Part of me doesn't want to know because what do we have to gain? What do we, the audience, have to gain by this? Because LeBron's not going to respond in a diss track. He's not going to respond in a diss track. Um, we don't want to hear Akademiks rap. Well, maybe y'all do. Put in the comments. You want to hear Act rap? I'm voting no. And I don't want to hear Drake dissing LeBron. Hey, direct your smoke to Kendrick, bro. That's where this all starts. This starts because he got a better record than you, and you're trying to make the reaction to it bigger than what it is. I don't think there is one person that I've come across in the last 8 months or so that thinks Drake is a pedophile. I don't think it's one. I know the record's successful. I know it stings. But come on, son. You can't possibly think this song is not really ruining your life, dog. Ain't no way. So please, just stop it. This is nasty. This is gross. This is sucker-ish supreme. This is Super Saiyan level dirty mackin. This is like it's just the nastiest thing we're gonna see this year. It doesn't get nastier than that. Two dudes who mad at another dude decide to diss another dude and try to ruin his marriage. Like, that's crazy. That's so kamikaze. Let's just try to win at something. This is like when you're at a rival football game, you lose the game, you lose the team fight. So now you go out here and slash one of the tires. Like, come on, bro. Come on, dogs. You could have thought something way cooler than that, bro. Hey, Jones, let's talk about it. Drake told you he was a sucker when he dropped Marvin's Room. Hey, listen, I've been saying that for years. The main reason why I did not want to call Take Care of Classic because Marvin Room was on there. If you want my personal opinion, Marvin's Room is the number one sucker nigga anthem of all time. There is nothing more sucker-ish than that. You deciding that you're going to call your girl, your ex-girl that's moved on, and talking about F that dude that you love so much. I'm just saying you can do better. That's for suckers. If you really got like that, just invite her over, kick your Riz, beat, let her go home. It don't take all that, what he was doing on that record. It don't take all that. If you really him, if you really get to it, you don't need to do all that. So yes, I'm in agreement. Um, and this and the and knowing that the Fighting Irish freestyle now is what 85% about LeBron, and now they're actively trying to ruin his marriage. Now that's super whack, bro. That's whack. That's some of the weakest ish I've ever seen or heard in my life. That is just garbage. It's garbage. Hey, listen, unfortunately, this is not over. Look, I want to hear music. I want to hear rap music. Um, Only the West Coast dudes want to rap. You know, Joey jumped out there, said what he said, and West Coast rappers is rapping on his head. Pause. But they on him tough now. And we're getting some high quality rapping because of it. Um the antics the antics are unbecoming of people that are real fans of music. Drake, stop it. Go to the studio, really drop something. Let 40 mix that joint so we can hear the rest of it. Unless y'all got more to say on it, speak on it, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to 50 Cent and Cameron versus Jim Jones. I didn't see this day coming. I did not. But hey man, 50 Cent fan here, Cameron fan here as well. But let's bring it back. My man Jones just chimed back in. He said, "This is the culture's fault. We let him skate when he should have been exiled. The ghostwriting and the Pusha T loss. But the hits and the bad were too addictive." You raise a good point, Jones. However, I want to challenge one thing here because you already know how I feel. I don't. There's hip hop and there's the music business, and I think that Drake said adios to the music. I mean, to hip hop culture. Oddly enough, on uh, well, I won't say nothing was the same, but definitely by views. So that's 2015. By the time we got the views, he was like, "All right, I'm out of here. Y'all can have this rapidy rap hip hop and you don't stop type of stuff, and I'm gonna just do this." You know, now he may have done that all to ruin Drum's career, but hey, he did it nonetheless. Um, Again, man, the ghostwriting. I don't, I don't, I'm still not 1000% like the ghostwriting thing. Just it didn't affect me like that. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. It didn't affect me like that because unfortunately, um, I've had my heart broken too many times about rappers, quote, not writing raps and or not writing the best part of their songs or things like that. There was something, I think it was on allhiphop.com before that said, Lord Finesse wrote all the Fat Joe's rhymes. And I was like, come on, dog, wait a minute. Like, what are we talking about here? And that totally threw me off. To say that the ghostwriting thing, then then why can people safely say that Eazy-E is their favorite rapper? Why can people say that Dr. Dre has classics if ghostwriting is the thing? If ghostwriting is the thing, you know what I'm saying? So like, look, we're going all the way back to the 80s, early 90s, and we know that some of the prominent and dominant figures in rap have not written their raps. Like we knew that. So I'm not gonna say off top that that's for that. Now the Pusha T loss and the whole blackface thing. Now you got me. See, the thing is, here's the thing about here's the thing about Pusha T in winning the battle. See, Drake played smart and was like, "Hey, I'm losing this battle, so let me just be just a more famous person." You know, he wanted to stop rapping and started writing essays because his essay was going to travel further than infrared and the story of Adidon. It was it was gonna it was gonna travel faster. And no, my caption is gonna travel farther than this. And depending on who you asking, people have forgotten that battle has even happened and that existed. If you in the rap world, if you're a piece of hip hop culture or a contributor to hip hop culture, then you feel differently. However, the Hold On, We're Going Home, the Hotline Bling, the One Dance, though that crowd, they either probably don't know, don't show, or don't care about what happened with Pusha T. And that's unfortunate. As far as okay, let's check this out. As far as hold on here. As far as ghostwriting, the culture tried to make him Drake, Hove, when he should have been looked at like Puff. Okay. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Um, but here's the thing, right? When you look at Drake's resume, it the only resume stat wise that it was comparable to was Hove. Hove was the original guy that was like, "Oh, y'all dropping every 2 or 3 years? Well, I'm going to drop every year." That was he was the first guy to do that. And then you had a Ja Rule that would follow suit, and then you had a DMX that upped the ante. It's like, well, I'll drop twice in the same year, and I'll drop in 2000. So and even though he was kind of playing from behind, he ends up catching them even just with sales because I have 3 albums that are multi-platinum while, Jay's best album um was selling at his debut. So now you fast forward, you take a Drake who, again just dropped every year, but he's dropping bangers every year. And then, you know, unlike the whole effect to where, oh, if I hop on your remix, it's out of here. Drake was like, I'll hop on this song and this is out of here. That's why Family Matters is so dope to me because he dissed everybody he gave a hit record to. Most likely one of your favorite or one of the biggest records from Rick Ross, from The Weeknd, from Future, from ASAP Rocky. Drake is probably on it. He's probably on it. That's why this is disappointing with this Fighting Irish and the nastiest work of the year because, dog, you've spent 15, 16 years cranking out bangers. We not banging no more? And see, now this, Jones, this is where the ghostwriting becomes an issue because, hey, if the clip is empty and you got nothing now, that's bad. See, that's the real way to look at this for me. For me, I'm not going to tell anybody else how to think because look, Pusha T battle. See, for Meek, he had all the time in the world, but we can't deny he only wrote 2 raps. He wrote "Charged Up," which is what, like a little 40-bar verse. Then he wrote the back-to-back joint, which is like a quick little joint in between views because he getting back to views, so it's back to that, right? And then Meek was just self-destructing. I still want to know what Drake was gonna do had Meek responded the right way. He thought he had Kendrick done and on the ropes because he ambushed him. The push-ups and the um tailor made, and you know what I'm saying? But by the time we get to Family Matters, it gets stepped on, and it's an onslaught in reverse. And the best thing that he can come through with was just trying to deny that he doesn't desire children, and that he was done with this. That's what he also say, I'm going on vacation. I'm done with this. I would have I would never do this, and my career would be over if I was ever doing something like this. Okay. Fighting Irish comes out. 'Cause I'm not counting those other records. Even though he did flow on the BBL Drizzy beat on the Sexy Red joint. He floated on that. However, here we also go though, right? And now, um, he dropped his Fighting Irish joint. Unofficially, it's a leak, right? A leak. And it's still not the firepower that he needs. Like, this is where Drake either is gonna have to come clean about the ghostwriting thing because I think it matters in this moment. That's pivotal right now, or he needs to agree to just take a break and come back in 2026 because this is gross. This is gross. We're beyond rap. We're in lawsuits and we're in dirty macking. You know, we're in lawsuits and we're in litigation and oh, I'm gonna tell your wife, like, dog, you sound like the screenshot hoes on Instagram and on Facebook. Like that's what they doing. They the screenshot hoes now. Oh, I'm gonna expose everything. Look, look, you was just doing this with Trina. Look, that's gross, bro. That's gross. Like, why are we doing this? Drake is like 38. And Ak is 30 something too. He ain't like a YN. He's not a YN. He's like 34. Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, so back to Cam 50 and Jim Jones. Hey, look, I think Versus was more telling than we truly knew or thought. Well, at least maybe y'all, right? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Everything about Dipset looked off. And this is not me just trying to cape because I picked them to win. And I still stand by what I said that night at Versus. Performance wise, 20-0 locks. But song selection, Dipset, if it was just about playing the records like Versus was, that race is a lot closer. That competition was a lot closer because y'all definitely not putting Dipset Anthem over Wild Out. Stop it. I mean, you're not putting Wild Out over Dipset Anthem. And FU versus I'm Ready is a dead heat to me. That's 1-1. So, and there was a lot of moments like that. Get Them Girls played against like Good Love by Chic Luch. Like, come on, dog. Come on. What are we doing? I mean, I knew they lost when we got to the point where they were playing Jim Jones solo records. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, but come on. No, Dipset, they played them joints. No, I mean nothing beat Benjamins, nothing like that. But come on, stop it. But I don't think Cam and Jim have been the same. Ironically, since Ballin took off and they came out on that show with 50 Cent. I think it's always been an issue. It's always been an issue. And it's never been resolved. I think because there's another nasty thing in hip hop culture. Well, this is rap business to me. This is rap music business. Another nasty thing in rap music business are people always saying what they did for somebody. Like I'm gonna say that every single chance I get. I hate people that do that. I hate people that do something for you and they want to make it seem like they're doing you a solid. They're doing it from their heart. They're doing it from a good place. But then if anything were to ever go left, or if you to be at odds, the first thing that they'll do is say, well, I did a lot for this person. I let them stay at my house. I let them borrow my car. I gave them money. Whatever it is, whatever. Like, you're not a good Samaritan, dog. Once you tell me you're not being a good Samaritan. Once you got to put out for people, oh, look what I did for this person, you're no better than the dude that has $100 and an iPhone walking up to the homeless man on the corner and saying, hey, man, here you go, make yourself something to eat. See, you know what I'm saying? Yo, why everybody else is out here talking, man, I'm out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here really helping the people. Like, no, get out of here with that. Like, that's garbage to me. So even when Jim Jones responded like that on the Justin LeBoy joint, I was like, oh, so he's pointed out that he's done something for Cam and 50. Okay. I'm always leery of people that do that. If you ever do that to me, whoever you are, just know that we'll never speak again, and I'll never ask you for another thing in my life ever. And yeah, we can absolutely stop talking after that. Um, but that did bring me back to Versus, which then did bring me back to that time. And I'm like, you know what? Cam never really addressed that publicly. Other than saying, like, yo, I could have never got Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks to do that. And he's right. Because even though right now Banks and 50 are not seeing eye to eye, Banks is not aligning himself with anybody or saying anything about 50. That's no matter how y'all feel about G Unit, they the most down and loyal crew ever. And I say crew like as the core three members, because even Dame, Biggs, and Jay, aren't as tight as they used to be. Now Jay and Bleak might be, but look at the core of every crew ever. Nobody's tighter than 50, Yayo, and Banks. I just seen a clip where 50's making a joke on Banks and Yayo's like, yo, come on, man. Like because he was like, yo, that's my brother. Like, dude, these are my guys. Like, I respect G Unit so much, man. Hey, look, I never bought a tank top. I didn't buy the G Unit sneakers either. But, that is that's if there was a definition of loyalty, which, I mean, hey, look at it. I don't really believe in loyalty like that. I want respect over anything. I think it's more respect than loyalty. But hey, look, G Unit, do the history on G Unit. That's the only blueprint to follow in my eyes. That's all I got to say. This is another great point too. I knew it was. Hey, listen, Cam made fun of Jim Crown in that interview and said he wasn't from Harlem. That's what I was like. Oh, we're just gonna. So we just gonna change the geographic location. Damn. I'm like, bro, hey, I ain't gonna lie. That super jacked me up. He made fun of him for crying on that interview and said he wasn't from Harlem. I'm like, dang, Cam, you ain't gotta do it like that, do you? But yeah, it's rough. And unfortunately, man, Dipset, Dipset, man, it's gotta be one of the most unfortunate, like just demises, you know. Even when they collab, it's just not the same. It's not the same. And the beats that they picking great beats, but depending on where they are in life, Cam, Jim, and Jewels, like there is no magic there anymore. And it is to the point where I am tired of them trying. Another crew, G Unit and the Locks. That's it. I forgot. I can't forget, never can forget the Locks. Only two crews that I think they epitomize respect for each other and loyalty if you believe in loyalty, right? But yeah, man. Hey, look, Jim, Cam, Jewels, they just don't got it no more, man. Like, yeah, they may not want to escalate it to such a, like a high level, like beef wise. And they may not want to like hurt each other, but the magic is gone. Listen to every single track that they have made together, any combination of them since what, 2009. Just listen to them. Everybody's kind of mailing it in. uh Jim obviously definitely think he raps better than Cam at this point. And Jewels he's just not the guy he used to be. And it's disappointing, man. It's sad. I don't want to see that happen to Dipset. I don't want to see that at all. That hurts. Sasha, what up? What up? Happy Saturday. Talking a little hip hop here. Um, so yeah, I'm anticipating the next It Is What It Is, or the other joint that Cam does. Was it on the You're Welcome network, where he sit with the people and like tell stories, answer questions, and all of that. I'm anticipating it because it's gonna be funny. You already know what Cam is gonna do, but at the same time, man, I what I really want is for Dipset to just keep it real with us, the fans, to be like, look, you know, we gonna get money, but we don't like each other. I ain't Cam got to be like, look, once they did that thing with 50, I'm like, nah, I don't rock with them. And you know, Jim got to be like, well, once I had balling and I was a star too, because then he does say some of this already. I didn't feel like I needed them anymore. Jewels has himself to blame, for his success or lack thereof. And they just gotta be like, look, man, versus we didn't come prepared because we didn't mess with each other. Like we wouldn't mess with each other. It was about getting some money. And I've even heard Cam speak on that. He didn't want to do the verses because they were already preparing a tour of Dipset and the Locks. And he was hoping that if they were to ever do the verses, that it would end with the verses and not happen before it. But chasing the bag apparently is why we got it first. And then after they seen that, and then with the performances being so lopsided on top of it, they couldn't sell that show anymore, which did cost them more money than it probably made. So sad, sad state of affairs. Sad state of affairs. But sincerely hope that I just, 2025, man, it's okay to not like people. It's okay to be real and just be like, yo, I don't mess with them, I don't jive with them. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wish anybody some harm, but it's okay to just like not like people. It's okay to not mess with people. Like it's fine. We're not here to be liked by everybody. And on top of that, everybody ain't supposed to like you. It's just not the chemical makeup of our world, man. So hopefully that's understood and just specifically in the world of rap, like just everybody just keep it real. Because they look, for me, Drake gotta come clean and be like, yo, LeBron, we were never friends. I just been waiting to do something like this to you because because why not? You know what I mean? Like he has to tell that. He has to say that. And Steph Curry should be careful because just because now he's going to be cross-examined. He's going to be cross-examined. I mean, hey, look, they might pin some stuff back and be like, yo, was this what Aisha Curry was talking about? Is this why she was talking like that a few years ago about wanting the attention of another dude or whatever she was saying? Hey, what Kendrick tell him? What Kendrick tell him, Jones? Keep the family away. Hey, hey, look, and if your wife is a Kendrick Lamar fan, maybe this won't mean nothing. Maybe this will mean nothing. It's possible, you know. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Kyrie, Kyrie, keep the family away. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Jones, you probably missed it, so I'm gonna repeat it for you since we're closing in on 1 hour. I said the more the more Drake reacts, and the more he does so many non-rap, non-hip hop things, he is by default making Not Like Us the greatest diss record of all time. I'll stand on that quote, y'all. And it don't have to be my favorite. I'm not here to push my own bias and agendas. I'm not here for that. I'm here to tell y'all the truth about music, the way I perceive it. And if a diss track, one, can make your female fan base turn on you and look at you funny. It can turn you into copping please on a hard beat versus really trying to get some venom. It makes you take a vacation. If it makes you sue your label, and then you orchestrate your own Christmas giveaway with slander for the opponent, and then you enlist one of the biggest streamers and content creators of the current time to expose one of your athlete friends off the strength of him being at the concert with his wife. Yeah, that sounds like Kendrick Lamar made the greatest diss track of all time. You know, I don't I don't know what Biggie really did when Hit 'Em Up dropped. I don't know, right? I mean, the movie showed us, but now what he was doing looked like DV, and that ain't cool either. But you know, um, yeah, this is it's got to be number one. Sorry, move over, takeover, move over, ether, move over, no Vaseline, um, move over, Dre Day. Like, just everything's got to move over and make room for the top spot because this can't even be considered a crash out. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's literally like a self destruction. Like he's literally made a song that made him self destruct. Not Like Us, weaponized culture. Mm. You may got one right there with that, Jones. You may got one with that one there, buddy. Weaponized culture. Yo, and I'm here for it. I mean, because hey, that was the hard part five, right? Where he was hyper focused in on the aspect of culture and what is culture and what isn't, right? So I dig that. I dig that. Well, we one solid hour in, and unless you want to talk about any other actual rap news, or music news in general. I'm here for the music conversations. I'm gonna get up out of here. I sincerely appreciate y'all for tuning in too. I seen them numbers go up. I seen the numbers go up. Hey, that creator-thon is still a thing. We up to 220 subscribers. We got to get to 250 so I can give away that first gift. And we won't stop giving out gifts until we hit 1,000. And then we're gonna take a quick pause for the cause, and we're gonna come right back with more gifts, but just monthly things, maybe weekly things. Maybe this little thing that we have here on YouTube gets monetized, and when we can talk for real. Shout out to all my Twitch listeners. Shout out to everybody on Facebook listening, man. I appreciate y'all sincerely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look, it is an effort to build the YouTube channel, but gotta show love to Twitch. Gotta show love to Facebook as well. I know it's hard for me to recruit all of y'all to one area because hey, I'm not famous. And I like to be as convenient as possible. And we're not gonna stop that. We're gonna keep that going. Again, I say thank you to everybody that tuned in. Hopefully, we got some better rap news on the Saturday night next week. Music reviews, album reviews, Tuesdays. I do got a new one Tuesday. Spoiler alert, it might be Mario's album. Um, Glad You Came. I feel like giving y'all a little bit of R&B, man. Even though some rap albums I gotta listen to, but yeah, let's switch it up. I think I will do Mario. I'm gonna listen to it a couple more times before that time, because so far I dug it on the first listen, and I will talk about it. But until then, man, again I say I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in to this live tonight, and always and consensually. It's love.